All right. Well, as you guys can tell by the thumbnail and the title, this is not the video I was hoping to make at the end of this whole interview process with this company. And first things first, in case anybody's not familiar with what's been going on, I've lost my job as a full stack developer, and I've been trying to get back into tech ever since, and that was back in January. And now I had my first like real good shot at getting back in there. I had a couple interviews, 4 interviews, with a really really big tech company, and it was for a lower level like cybersecurity role. The pay was still really really good, and it would have like kind of pushed me more into a cybersecurity path down my career, I guess. And I thought I had a great chance of getting it. I was very confident that I was going to get this role. I obviously went through all 4 rounds of interviews. The first one was like, a recruiter. She was talking to me. She said, I think the hiring manager is going to love you. Blah, blah, blah. We go through all of that. And over the course of, a little bit less than a month, I speak with the hiring manager. And then I speak with another department lead. And then I speak with the head supervisor of the department at this company. And all of them seemed to like me. They seemed like it was going really well. I've talked about it before on here. That's kind of like the brief cliff notes. And yeah, they ended up picking someone else. So I got a phone call from the lady of the company, and she was telling me, she was like, "Hey, like I wanted to give you a phone call. You'll also be getting an email, but she's like, I want to make sure, like, I told you over the phone directly." The hiring manager decided to go with somebody else. She was like, from what I understand, it came down to you and another applicant, and he just had a little bit more experience, a little bit more JavaScript experience, like work experience, which, I mean, is fair. I technically only have a couple years of real work experience, not including my own personal projects and like my portfolio stuff. And that kind of sucks because I knew the actual role itself had thousands of applicants. So, knowing that it came down to myself and one person, like obviously he wasn't the only person that had more experience than me in that pool of people. That would just be like astronomical odds. More than likely, we both probably just did very similarly, like well in the interviews, and and all things are the same. He had the experience, I didn't, and they went with him. And like obviously, like props to whoever that person is. I hope they enjoy the job. I'm sure they needed it too. This market's fucking ass. But yeah, I thought I'd like I wanted to give you guys an update on what happened here. Because it's fucking it's ass. Things aren't looking great right now. Yeah. That was really hoping I had this role in the bag. I studied my ass off for it. I made sure I did everything right for all the interviews. And I think I did the best that I could for my ability. I was told by the lady as well on the phone that there's like another role they think that I'm better suited for, that when they post it, they're going to let me know so I can apply to that and kind of get pushed through that first round quicker, which is nice of them. It's just obviously they don't know my situation about not being in a role where I could really pay my bills for months at this point, and my lease ends like fucking beginning of September, like September 7th. I got to find a new place to move into like across this next week here. And I make fucking $14 an hour at that law firm because they lowered my pay from what it originally was when I used to work there before, because I'm coming back and I left. So they lowered it down to like the minimum they could pay me. And obviously, I'm still looking for other jobs beside like anything at this point, not even just tech stuff. But it's just, it's kind of ass because a lot of these applications are like, when was your last like developer role? When was your last engineering role? And if it was like over a certain amount of months, they're like, how come you haven't had a job in this field in this amount of months? And that shit I feel like is getting like my applications shot down a lot because I don't really know what to put there. Like I mean sometimes I'll put like just the like job like like a hard job search, like stuff along the job search, or how hard the market's been, or trying to like find a role that hasn't like matched my, I don't know, like my skill set, like what I want to do. So I've tried like for some applications to make it seem like it's like oh, I haven't found what I want yet. And then for some other ones, I make it seem like, yeah, like, like I've been trying to find a role. That's why I'm here. And neither one of those has worked so far for me. I honestly don't know what the better route to go is for stuff like that. But yeah, I'm really fucking stressed right now. Sorry for like not making that video. I promised on the stream that I had a video ready 2 days ago, and I was gonna make it and have it ready to go that night. And just kind of got that news, and I didn't want to make a video about something else when I knew I had like that news from the company, especially because I know a lot of you guys are kind of invested in like the situation and wanted to know what was happening. But yeah, like I know it's not the update we were looking for, but I guess, I could like, I mean, I don't know. Like obviously like my girlfriend, my family, like my friends are all like, oh, like, dude, you got to like the second place from what you were told out of thousands of applicants to this massive company. And like, they're like, that's an accomplishment in itself, which I mean, like they're being very nice, and like, they're not, I guess like they're not wrong to an extent, but I don't know. Like I still have bills to pay, and like shit's not cheap nowadays. So like that accomplishment at the end of the day isn't going to really give me anything except for more interview experience, which at this point from my other videos, I think you guys know I have plenty of interview experience. It's just coming down to getting passed up on by these companies. And I'm not too sure what I can do here. I'm obviously still working on like my own side projects, my own small like portfolio stuff. And I've been looking into some contract work because there was a comment about that in one of my videos, which thank you for that. By the way, I've been doing some of those like AI interviews for the contract work, and I'm just like waiting for those people to get back to me. So hopefully, that goes well. I don't really have high hopes, if I'm being honest. Like I did, and I feel like I just kind of have been shot down. I've also, sorry for like fucking hopping on here and complaining. It's kind of like a little bitch thing for me to do on this video. That's not like my intention, I guess. It was more so to let you guys know what's been going on. And I mean, I plan on keeping the videos coming, obviously. Like it's it's not gonna change anything. I have plenty of free time, fucking I work for the law firm doing not much. It's really easy, and there's just like no other roles anywhere where I'm able to find something. But yeah, I don't really have any correspondence with any other companies right now. Like no one's reached back out to me. I mean, just this week alone, I've put in 50 plus applications from Monday all the way till today, which is Friday. And I mean, I've done all that. I don't really know what else I can do. Like they're not just like 50, like, easy applies on Indeed or LinkedIn. Like these are 50 of like me putting my resume to like make sure it's tailored for each job, reaching out to like the hiring managers on LinkedIn if I can, and just like nothing back from them. And I know it's got to be something I'm doing. I just don't know what it is. And I feel like I've tried like refining the job search process so much and nothing's changed. If anything, I'm getting less people reaching out to me now than I was when I first lost my job, which doesn't feel great. Sometimes I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Sometimes it kind of makes me feel like a fraud. Like I'm like, all right, like I'm telling people like I'm a software engineer and all that, but am I a software engineer? I haven't done any form of like software development, software engineering since January for money. And that's just like, it's a shitty feeling because I really prided myself on my work, like getting into the field, which, my God, I say a lot, by the way. So sorry about that. That's fucking annoying. But I'm not cutting it out, baby. All one take. But yeah, it's kind of shitty because like in my head I was like, damn, like self-taught, I got myself into this field, everything's going great. Like I was like, I'm like 22, 23 with like my dream job, and then I had just turned 24, and then right after, boom, fucking, just kidding, buddy, you're fired. Or not fired, laid off, but you know, at the end of the day, same outcome for me. I don't get paid, and I don't have a job anymore. And so now I'm here, you know, just working a job at a law firm that I don't want to be working at, that does nothing for my career in the future. And yeah, it's unfortunate. I'm like, there's good things to take out of it. Like I said, like I got a lot of good interview experience, you know, like I am being very like doom and gloom about it, but there's good shit. I got good interview experience. I know that I can like hang with some of these bigger companies, and they were like a massive company. So, you know, second place out of over 1,000 applicants for, you know, super contested role, very technical field, very big company. You know, I guess I could at least be proud of how I, you know, fucking, I gave it for sure my best effort, which, you know, unfortunately wasn't quite good enough, but maybe next time it will be. Maybe for a slightly smaller company, it would have been. But what if my grandma had wheels, she'd be a bike, right? Is that the fucking the fucking saying? But it is what it is. I guess I'm gonna keep pushing. I'll let you guys know any more updates for the job market as I get them. Obviously, anything that seems like it might be promising, like this one, I really hyped up. I had a great feeling about, and yeah, you know, honestly, I'm a little embarrassed to make this video, if I'm being real, just because like I brought this up so much throughout my past couple videos. Like I was like, guys, like this might actually happen. This is huge. Like this is great for me. Like I'm finally gonna be able to do the things I want to do. Like, you know, be able to fucking like save money again, like have a savings again, fucking have more than like $20 in my fucking checking account. Like, unfortunately, not yet, right? But I guess sometime soon, hopefully. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's not really a moral of the story to the video. I'm just like, I'll be honest with you guys, I'm kind of just fucking annoyed overall at the job market. I mean, I'm sure it's not just me. All of us are. But you know, not gonna give up. Obviously, can't really do that. Can't afford to do that. I mean, couldn't really afford to lose this job, and I still did. But we'll figure it out. We'll keep it pushing. But yeah, like I said, videos will keep coming. Obviously, nothing like that's gonna change. I just want you guys to know some updates, because I feel like you guys are all kind of part of my journey at this point, and you know, I do feel like the support and the love from everybody, and it means a lot. It really does. So yeah, I guess I'm just gonna leave it here. It's not, you know, I'm sorry it's not the longest video today. I'm just kind of in a shit mood, if I'm being honest with you guys. But I appreciate it, and thank you all for watching. It really does mean the world. Thank you.